What's a decision that you had initially regretted, but in hindsight turned out to be a great idea?
Initially regretted. Usually I don't get like instant regret because I usually make pretty okay decisions. Instant regret turned out to be a great idea. Gee, I don't know. There's got to be some kind of... See, most of the things I regret turn out to be bad ideas. Like buying those stupid Blackmagic 12K cameras. Like that was instant regret and a bad idea. Like turned out to be a great idea, though.
I saw this one early and have been trying to think about it like this whole time, and I'm in the same spot. Usually I've thought about it enough that once I purchase it, my opinion on it isn't going to change. Or I guess it's not just purchases, right? But like once I do the thing or whatever, my opinion on it isn't really going to change for probably quite a while.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone I hired that was like, wow, what a disappointment. But then they've turned out to be great. No, you took a lot longer to disappoint me.
Did I? I was sleeping on the job like immediately.
Yeah, but I wasn't disappointed. That was kind of my expectation for what you were being paid. So.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I have to regret it instantly, and then it has to turn out to be a great idea.
Yeah.
If I regret it instantly, why don't I get a refund? Like, why don't I undo it?
Yeah,
then?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like there's I can't think of very many things that fit this. Someone said it would be the crowbar hammer for Luke, and it's like, well, no, because it turned out to not be a good idea.
Yeah.
So like that doesn't fit this.
Like it's more like a cold feet thing. Like, but I never regretted, getting engaged, right? So if I'd regretted that, then that would have turned out to be a great idea.
Yeah.
Or like having kids. Maybe you instantly regretted it, but it turned out to be a great idea. Like that's the kind of thing we're talking about here. But I didn't instantly regret having kids. I instantly hated it, but I knew I was going to hate it. I can't stand babies.
There's definitely things that I dreaded. Like I did it and I was like, this sucks. I don't think this is great. I don't really necessarily have another option, but like I don't like this one. Blah, 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 blah. And then in hindsight or down the line or whatever, it's like, actually, that was really good. For sure. Yeah. But like there was no...
I instantly regretted allowing the crowd to decorate my car at LTX.
Oh, yeah.
But that did not turn out to be a great idea.
That was just bad. Yeah.
Look, in my defense, that year there was a significant lack of activities.
Oh, there was, definitely.
And I was trying to save it, okay? I was sacrificing...
Do you remember our miscommunication during that show?
No.
It
was probably epic, though, because I was extremely...
You were kind of all over the place.
I was extremely upset when I arrived the night before it was starting and realized some of the things that were going on. And that is not a knock against the team that was working on it. We were understaffed, underfunded. We had kind of no idea what we were doing. It was only our second attempt at this, and it was a much bigger space. It was no one's fault. But I was like, holy shit, we need to fix this. What can we do?
Yeah.
And
I will sacrifice my car.
One of the things I thought of was decorate my car booth. And so we put out pens and glue and glitter and googly eyes.
It definitely,
it was memorable.
Kept people busy.
Yeah, but that car was actually undrivable. People covered the windshield, for crying out loud.
So you were up in like some bleacher section thing and no one could ever hear you. Do you remember this?
Yes.
So if you were in whatever the thing was that you were talking to people in, people could hear you.
Oh,
but
like the little, there was a little like stage area.
I don't remember what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and it had bleachers around it.
If you were specifically in like those bleachers or that area, whatever, you could hear Linus. But if you were outside of it, it didn't matter if he was like leaning over the edge and yelling at you, you could not hear him at all. Just how the acoustics of the area worked or whatever.
Yeah, so I got a really high ceiling. So like this... And this, I think, like cancel each other out effectively, the sound bouncing.
It was pretty wild.
Yeah.
So someone gave me these like Sharpies or something, and they were very unsure about why they were giving them to me, but they made it very clear that there was not very many of these, and like I should be very careful with them. And I was like, okay. This is really weird.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with these. And then you like yelled something over the thing. And I thought you said like, keep them away from people or something. I don't remember exactly what I thought you said, but I thought you were like, this is like you can't like let the random attendees get your Sharpie, and like if someone gets your Sharpie, they like get something or something. So I was like, oh, so I have to like run away with these. Which is not at all what he said, but I thought it was what he said. So I just started running around.
It was more of like a collect the Pokemon thing. People were supposed to try to get signatures in all the colors or something like that.
What I thought was going on was they were supposed to collect the Sharpies. And I remember being like, this is really stupid, but okay.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because that wasn't what was going on. But yeah, communication during that event was a huge problem.
Yeah. So we can do better. We have done better. It's been 4 years since we did better. Hopefully we remember how to do better. Hopefully we're not just like, yeah, I forget how to do this. Let's start from scratch. No, they assure me it's going to be really good.
I think it'll be good.
I've been less involved in the lead up to it though, so I don't actually know that, but I do trust the team that's working on it.
If it was as good as last time, would you be happy?
Honestly, yeah. If you'd asked me that right after LTX 19, I'd have said no. I expect it to be bigger and better. But given the momentum that we lost in 4 years, if it's on par, then we'll come back stronger 2024 and we can set our sights on that. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, and we're nearing the end of the time here, but we've got a lot more to get through. Companies are currently not liable for abandoning software support for physical items. Oh God.
Sorry, I want to interject something. I wasn't the only person that misinterpreted that way. While you were talking, random fans started trying to grab the Sharpies from my hands.
And then I remember being mad at you at the end. I was like, why did you give away the Sharpies? We don't have more of those. Like, if we want to continue to have people collect the thing. Yeah.
And I was like, what the And I had red marks all up and down my arms because people were like clawing at me trying to get them and stuff.
Hilarious.
It was quite the racket.